Alright, so this is how to invest in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the general rules, basically, that I use for investing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. These can be also applied to any other card game, but mainly this is for Yu-Gi-Oh! Specific, right? So, investing in singles, boxes, and structure decks are the types of things you want to focus on. So, for singles specifically, you want to go for the highest rarity, because that's useful for the collector's market. Because most collectors like to collect the high, the shiny stuff, the hard to get, the low quantity printed, stuff, because it makes it collectible, right? So you want high rarity for that. Also, there's just some people who just like their decks to be blinged out, right, nice and shiny. So obviously, high rarity versions of cards is what you want to invest in. Plus, you have a better chance of them going up in value really, really high. You can invest on small, lower rarity cards. Of course, it depends on your budget, how much money you got to invest. If you got a little bit of money to invest, obviously invest in lower rarities. But if you have more money, you can invest in high rarities. But obviously, the general rule is you want to pay low money, less money for higher rarities. So you want to pay like $1 for a secret rare, for example. That's what you want. Then limited printings, obviously, short prints or limited edition cards. Cards that actually has the words limited edition on it. Obviously, there's limited edition, right? There's a limited amount of copies of those in the world. Promo cards, stuff that when they give you cards in certain places, like McDonald's, you buy a Happy Meal, you get a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. Obviously, you want to invest in cards like that because they're good for collectors, the collectors market, as well as they could be playable someday, and that will raise up their value since they're so hard to come by because they were only so promotional. That means there's only but so many copies available. Shonen Jump subscription, for example, they do give you a card, so that'd be a way that'd be something you want to do to get cards that at some point will be worth a lot of money. For example, the original Quasar that came from the Shonen Jump magazine was like a $50 and up card. I think it went up to like $100. Because you only could get it through the Shonen Jump, and that was the only printing of it. There was no reprint yet. Later on, Masters Legends Collection 5Ds came out, and then we got the reprint. So then that made it cheaper for everybody to get a Quasar and start making Quasar decks. And anything like you used to be able to buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Video games and get cards like Harpy's Feather Duster and the Egyptian God cards and stuff like that. So obviously promo cards. So that's the rules for single card investing. For boxes, obviously you can buy boxes, booster boxes, open them up. Hopefully you get the money cards, and then you can sell those money cards and make some money. Obviously, right? So you can try doing that, or you can just keep the boxes closed, keep the boxes sealed. Just buy them, relatively cheap. Hold on to them for like a year or two, and they should increase in price. Special edition. The thing about special edition is they come with promo cards, so you're guaranteed certain cards. Especially if the card is good and you see the value in the card, and you be like, oh yeah, that's a really good card. Even if it's not playable right now, I can see it being playable when something happens. Like let's say a certain archetype comes out, or like if a certain deck comes out with a certain strategy, this card will help that strategy. So that's something to look into. Let's say for some reason a special edition comes with a rank 12 Exceed monster, right? XYZ monster. Then it's like, alright, well, not many decks right now can make it, but you never know. Down the line, Konami could create a deck that makes rank 12s with ease, and there you go. Now that rank 12 is worth something. So that's something to take into account. And special editions are relatively cheap, and you get 3 packs. You might pull something, you might pull money cards. So that's another reason to invest in special edition. Plus, you can keep the boxes as is because one, it comes with a promo card and packs. And if in the set there's some money cards, some valuable cards, that make the special editions worth more than what you paid. Structure decks. You can keep them as is, don't open them and stuff like that. You can and resell them later when there ain't that many quantity of it, like there ain't that many around, and resell the structure decks, in its entirety. But at some point, a lot of the cards, sometimes structure decks, of course, have structure decks exclusive cards, like cards that or was only printed in that structure deck. Sometimes certain cards have certain rarities specifically in that set. Where in the structure deck, like in the structure deck, you can only get a certain card in a super rare rarity only from that set. So you have to buy it from that set specifically. So you have to buy the structure deck in order to get that super rare version of the card, because you can't get it, anywhere else. Because let's say everywhere else you can only get it common. So obviously that super rare is the highest rarity, and it comes only from the structure deck. Therefore, it's going to be worth more money over time. Plus, structure that tend to come with reprints. Either it's a different rarity of something that was already a common or something like that, or so now it's a higher rarity, therefore it'll be worth more, or it's a lower rarity, but still, regardless, it's a popular card. It is a lower rarity, but it's a still popular card. Therefore, the supply and demand goes up where everybody wants it, and it goes up in value. It's like, so you can make some good money from structure decks, because one, you're guaranteed to know what's in the structure deck. You know what's in the structure deck. There's no surprise what's in there. You know what's in the structure deck, and you can buy the structure decks, hold on to them, and then when the individual cards in there start going up in value, you can open them up and then sell them. But if they don't go up in value, at least you still have your money, because the boxes will still be worth at least how much you paid for, maybe even more. So that's the reason to buy structure decks. It's just buy them, hold on to them, unless you're going to play them and stuff. Buy them, hold on to them, because either you get your money back by reselling the box later down the line, or the content is worth more than you open it up and sell the inside, right? The content. And that's the end for investing in Yu-Gi-Oh!